Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and yeah, no DLC news just yet, which is kind of weird, let's be honest there. But I guess Creative Assembly are waiting till the very last moment, which is something that they actually do. But I did want to talk about one thing. You might remember a few weeks ago, it was actually a fair while ago, this started popping up, I believe, on the Total War forums or on the Reddit. It was a supposed roster leak, alongside a trailer and release date which was, well, proven wrong, clearly. There's been no trailer on the 7th, and we're still kind of waiting for that. But as the weeks have been progressing since this leak came out, we have seen a variety of different videos by Creative Assembly which have confirmed a number of units and characters. It's very close to this, so I kind of want to compare this leak to what's already been confirmed. Mostly because it's really curious. The fact is, most of these units and characters have been confirmed. And the reason why I'm really curious about this is because some of those are very left field. If you would have told me, it was like, oh yeah, the piggyback riders are going to come out, I probably would have laughed. Because it's a unit that I never expected, and yet, here they are. They've been confirmed also with a Regiment of Renown, which is bizarre. So it's the case of either this is a leak or a tremendously good guess. So yeah, let's talk about it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to talk about each of the respective factions and just tick what has been proven right and go from there, talk about the factions in general. We'll start off with Khorne, so yeah. So we've got a pretty good roster when it comes to Khorne, you know, Skulltaker was confirmed, Arbal was confirmed, Skull Bloodwrath and Silo were both confirmed to be legendary heroes too. The Bloodspeaker was confirmed shortly after a leak happened for them, which threw me off too. I was expecting something like the Bloodfather, mostly because, well, you know, that's something that we have a lot of lore about. The Bloodspeaker is just like literally one sentence, not even half a sentence actually. So yeah, the Lords and Heroes, keep in mind there is no generic hero. This was confirmed for Khorne, so already it's pretty decent. When it comes to the units, the Slaughter Brute was confirmed, the Khorne Gores were confirmed. Now, it's pretty safe to expect the Blood Reapers and the Wrathmongers, and that's purely because, well, Skull Bloodwrath has been added in, and the Blood Speaker is in the lore of the Skull Reapers and the Wrathmongers. Nothing on this Khorne War Chariot. The War Chariot itself is actually a model from 6th edition. And it's not really a model, it's a kit bash. It was a chariot which was ridden by a Bloodletter, well, 2 because it's a crew, and pulled by a Juggernaut. I mean, it's possible that they could do this. Creative Assembly have been going into the 6th edition stuff a lot heavier lately, which I appreciate. I just don't know how good of a unit that would actually be. I mean, I imagine it would be very good for chargers, right? So overall, most of Khorne has been confirmed, which is why I think there is a bit of a leaking problem with Creative Assembly. I mean, it's very obvious, it's always been the case, but this looks to be really spot on. Alright, we're going to start looking towards the Ogres now, and this one is semi-full too. So, Demonetization Maneater was confirmed as the Legendary Lord. We don't know the Legendary Hero just yet. It could be anyone, to be honest. Bragg is a pretty educated guess, but I could imagine them also doing Gawk. I don't know. The Maneater Captain, this is where things get a little bit strange, though, right? Because we don't have a Maneater Captain. It's actually called a Paymaster. But the funny thing is, it kind of is like the same thing, I guess. We're going to have to wait and see how it actually plays in game. But you could easily look at the Paymaster and go, yeah, it's a Maneater Captain. No word on the hero just yet, but a Bruiser is a educated guess, and I mean, it's probably the best guess that you can bring out. I don't think there's any other types of Ogres currently missing for the heroes. For the units, here we go. Nobbler Piggyback Riders confirmed. This is something which is really interesting because even the guy that leaked said, like, oh yeah, you know, once again, translation did a little bit weird here. I'm not sure where the translation is from. If memory serves, this leak did originally appear in Bilibili, which is the Chinese social media platform, which is, it's happened before, so yeah, it could be there. Let's continue. Yetis confirmed, kind of excited about those. I love Yetis. Vultures were also confirmed as Blood Vultures, I believe. That was in one of the first videos. And the Thunder Tusk was confirmed also. There's a second unit there, Thunder Tusk with the Fish Bladder Launcher. I guess that's possible. Seems a little bit sad though, right? One unit, just two variants, kind of acting as two different things. I think they've done unit variances stuff before. I mean, well, they're doing it here with the Black Orcs and Shield, but you know what I mean. A fish bladder launcher would essentially be like a rocket launcher for the ogres. I just don't see how that could work, because a Thunder Tusk, right? The Thunder Tusks are supposed to be up close and personal. They are a debuffer on the tabletop, and I'm imagining they're going to be exactly the same way here. So I don't see the point of a long-range weapon when you really want those monsters really up close. Alright, so now the greenskins. So Gorbad Ironclaw confirmed as a legendary lord, Snaggler Grobspit confirmed as the legendary hero, which, man, I would have loved to see him as a legendary lord for a Forest Goblin faction, but apparently that's just not going to happen. It's sad, but I understand. There's a lot of greenskins, and they probably just don't want to do too many, so yeah, fair enough. Savage Orc Great Shaman, that was confirmed, and the Night Goblin Assassin is wrong. You see, that never really existed. What it is, it's a Night Goblin Big Boss, which was also confirmed. But I imagine that people, if they're not well versed with the lore, whoever was leaking was probably going, oh yeah, this looks like an assassin, because when a goblin's wearing full black, yeah, you know, that's the colors that you kind of associate assassins with. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty spot on with some errors. I do imagine that the errors are being done on purpose, though. If this leak is legitimate, it's likely done on purpose to make sure that they can't be caught out. As for the units, well, we've got a few, right? Black Orcs with Sword and Shield were confirmed. That's pretty cool. My only concern is I really hope they're not just a generic type of reskin. I do hope that some actual work has gone into them, because a lot of people were kind of worried when they saw this, because unit variants were something that we were expecting more in patches more than anything else. But I imagine if it's part of a DLC, it's likely because they decided, yeah, we need to actually do some new animation work. Maybe it would be actually really nice if they updated the model in general, because it's showing its age. A lot of Warhammer stuff from Warhammer 1 is showing its age. Let's move on. Orc Crossbowmen. I don't think that's ever been confirmed. I don't see it. I mean, the only time we've ever seen orcs with, like, crossbows is one of those special regiments from, like, the Dogs of War stuff. I could see it as a regiment of renown, but I really doubt it's going to be a generic. The Spear Chucker, I could see it being done. I don't know if that was actually confirmed or not, actually. But it's missing, right? So it's something I could see happening. I really do think it could happen. Colossal Squig, I don't know if this has actually been confirmed. Thing is, they've said colossal a lot of times in the videos, right? So it's either them hinting at it, or it's just them doing some wordplay. It's something that Creative Assembly actually do fairly often, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's just wordplay. But I would really love a Colossal Squig, and I don't think anyone else would be against that. The last one's really odd to me. Arachnarok Spider Web Flinger. So I had to go into the rulebooks for that, and yeah, it's essentially what? A catapult on an Arachnarok Spider. I don't see the point. I honestly don't. Again, some people might like moving platforms. This wasn't confirmed. I really doubt it. Because if it's the case that this is happening and they're doing the same thing with the Thunder Tusk, either they are really scrambling trying to find units to do, which I could list like 100 different things for the greenskins, to be honest, or they're just looking for the cheaper option there. I don't know, man. I'm still holding out hope for the Big Stabber, to be honest, because it just makes a lot more sense, especially since they made a big spectacle about moving Wurzag, right? So another Savage Orc would kind of make sense. Like that, pretty much everyone's represented, because Snaggler represents the Forest Goblins, we've got the Night Goblin, we've got the Black Orcs, Gorbad represents the Standard Orcs. I don't know, man. Roster as a whole for everything that's been leaked, I mean, some people might say there's some underwhelming units, the ones that pretty much haven't been confirmed just yet. If this is true, I mean, there's always been high value and low value troops in DLCs, even Thrones of Decay. I think Shadows of Change just had a lot more low value. Well, I mean, the DLC was low value in general, but yeah, the Ironside's pretty good unit, but they don't have repeaters, so they're just heavily armored handgunners, for example. Plague Ogres essentially just being reskinned ogres. That was expected, which is a shame because the models do look a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, they're going with what's cost effective. Overall, if this leak is fully true, which everything is up to debate until we actually see something officially. Let's be very clear there. I wouldn't be too mad about this. It looks fairly decent. Most of it has been confirmed already. I still don't see the value in piggyback riders, I'll be very honest though. But I just wanted to compare this because if this is word for word exactly what's coming in the DLC, it clearly shows an issue that Creative Assembly are having. We've been having a lot of leaks. The Blood Speaker recently, there has been a lot of leaks, and this has been something that's been going on for a few years now. It's really, really curious to see how this breaks the cracks, especially I'd love to know how these leaks are happening. What is it coming from? Is it coming from CA staff? Is it coming from contractors? Because Creative Assembly actually does work with a lot of contractors. I believe mostly through art, but it has been other situations too. Or is it just coming from the testers? Yeah. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's have a bit of discussion. I do apologize, I've been pretty much off all week. I hurt myself, my wrist, a few weeks back, and I've been trying to relax, going like with the mentality of if I relax now when the DLC comes, I'll hopefully be in a much better position to like make a lot of content without a lot of strain. It sucks because it's my wrist, so yeah, you know, you need that to type or to play and stuff. But yeah, have a good day, guys. See you all very soon.